Hi class, I've had several questions about the readings and the discussion board assignment that's due tomorrow night by midnight. So I put together a brief slide presentation that might help you as you are going through these readings, thinking about them, and then writing about them on the discussion board. The first slide is simply a link to the readings. I also posted them this morning in the earlier announcement, and they're also linked in the course schedule, which is on the left-hand menu of our discussion board homepage. The next slide is where you should start. Just read. Read for content. What is this piece about? What is the author trying to say? We already know that the three pieces are about mental illness, but what is this particular author saying? And do you believe what the writing says? Do you agree with it? Always ask questions about what you're reading, whether it's an expert or not, because that's where critical thinking starts. That's where going below the surface really begins, by asking questions. Then after you've read for content, notice the features. Are there sources and citations in the piece? Is the writing style formal or informal? Does it sound like a blog or email, even a text? Or does it sound more formal, and were there a lot of big words that you had to look up maybe because you'd never seen them before? Or did you have to take a lot of notes? I've also put in this yellow bubble here a rule that I want you to think about from the very beginning of this course, because you'll hear it all throughout the semester. Informal writing uses I, you, my, yours, first and second person. Academic writing almost always is in third person. So instead of saying, the research in my essay shows that you should believe, or I think that, ... Instead of that, you should say simply, the research in this essay shows that ... and make the argument that you want to make. Or the studies show that ... That makes it less of an opinion piece, and it's backed up by the research and the sources that you found. And that'll become very important when we begin doing research for our first major writing assignment, the synthesis essay. Then, what you want to do is identify the genre. Where did this piece of writing come from? And you can look, at the top of the reading, the bottom of the reading, but there are clues. So try to identify if it's a magazine article, a website article. Is it journalistic reporting? Is it actually a research study? Is it a blog? Is it someone's opinion? So identify the genre as well. And then it's always a good time to start thinking about whether sources are credible or not. Would this source make a good, credible source for my essay? So one way to tell, here are some things you can think about. Were there sources and citations for the information that you found in the article itself? Does the author have the authority to write the article? In other words, is he an expert or is she an expert? And maybe is the source that it appeared in, if it appeared on a website or a magazine, are those sources themselves reliable and credible, or are they more social media opinion pieces? So think about these things as you're reading and as you're writing, and I hope this will help you as you work through these three different genres about one topic. And please, as always, let me know if you have any questions or having any trouble with anything.